So we have had quite a hair-raising start to our day over here in Mallorca as a huge storm ripped through the island during rush hour this morning. Now I've come down here to Palmanova because I've heard of 45 separate incidents caused by the storm taking place, and thank goodness we're at the end of the tourism season. Thank goodness there's nobody really en masse over here on holiday. Let's turn the camera around and let's go and check out the effects of the storm today. So as soon as we enter Palmanova, we can see the effects of the storm here, and I'm at the main roundabout at the entrance to the resort. One of the flagpoles did come down. You can see it has been moved to the centre of the roundabout, but in rush hour traffic this morning, I mean, this could have been very, very dangerous, but thankfully it looks like nobody was hurt. Okay, so let's head on away from this area, from the car parking area and from the main flag over here in Palmanova. Let's head on down along the beaches. So I've just come down to the parking area right behind the San Matías Beach Hotel, and all along the back road here, along down by the Sol Palmanova, we have trees down. Now check this out, I've just seen a fire engine come by as well, just moving the trees out of the road. Let's go and have a quick look at the seafront. And my goodness, I've just come down to the area right behind Turtle Beach here on the San Matías beachfront. You can see we have the local police over here, but I think we've had some major trees coming down. We can see areas have been cordoned off. And goodness me, like I said at the beginning of this video, thank goodness we're right at the end of the holiday season here, and most of these big hotels have now closed. Now I can't underestimate how scary that storm was this morning. But look at the damage it's done over here in Palmanova. And what a difference that we can see as well from one week to another. Look, Turtle Beach has completely closed down. Last week we had holidaymakers enjoying the very last gasp of summer. But it looks like the wind has taken much of the decoration along with it. Let's just have a quick walk around the back. Because like I said, as I was driving through Palmanova, we had a lot of trees down in the resort today. But before we head away from this area, let's just take a very quick look at what is an almost completely empty beach. Not surprising, we had a lot of water fall in a very, very short time this morning, but look, people are coming back out today. They are coming back out, even if it is a walk along the beach. Let's keep heading along. Let's just walk around the back, because like I said, 45 separate incidents were reported upon in the Calvia area this morning, and let's see if it's done any further damage to the resort. So as you can see, look, we've got a fire engine right in front of us here. It looks like they've been making some of the trees safe. So it looks like the sports flag right at the end of the beach here has been absolutely shredded by the winds that we had this morning. But everything's looking quite quiet and peaceful down here, even though I don't think anything is open, not on this side of the resort anyway. And you can just see as well, look, the water that would have run off the land here onto the beach this morning, heading out to sea. If you watched my video from last week, you would have seen the resort packing up for winter. Not everything has left the beach. Look, still got the pedalos to be removed. So amazingly, the Chiringuito has remained open. It is still open as we go on through November, and I believe it is going to stay open during the month of November. I can see we have one brave customer out here. So what was it like this morning at rush hour? Well, I can say it was absolutely terrifying. I dropped my daughter off at school and driving back through Calvia on my way home, the rain really came down and well, the sky just turned black. It was as dark as night as the rain fell, and I think the eye of the storm really came over the island because the rain was blowing sideways, and I didn't film any of it because I got back to my apartment and I had to go up and go and rescue the dogs just above me on the terrace because, well, with the rain coming in, our terraces were flooding. My neighbour was out at work and they were absolutely terrified. So that went on for about an hour, and we're just starting to hear about all the trees coming down and the effects that it's had on the resort. So let's keep walking through Palmanova. Let's see if we can see anything else today. But I tell you what though, these storms never hang around for too long. As we can see, look, we've got people deciding to go to lunch over at the little Chiringo here on the beach. We've actually got even people on the beach as well. Looks like we're going to be in for a sunny afternoon, thank goodness. And for anyone lucky enough to enjoy a winter holiday over here, a November holiday, well, it looks like you're going to have free use of these sunbeds as well. They haven't quite all been taken away just yet. Just to say though that looking to my left hand side, Paradise Beach is still open. It hasn't closed for November, which is amazing news, amazing news. But anyway, let's have a look around the back of the resort today. So as we can see, a no entry sign has been placed on the road which leads down to the back of Turtle Beach, obviously because the fire engine is down there. It's clearing branches, but we're going to keep heading around the back. So I'm at the back of Mac's Garden here, right in front of the Tent Hotel, in front of one of the Globalis hotels too, and that we do have a tree down here. It has been moved off the road. And the same goes here, look, we've got more trees down right along this road here, running around and through the centre of Palmanova Resort. And goodness me, look, I'm right outside the Fergus Bermuda. Got a huge flood here. Looks like they're having a little bit of a clear up as well. Look, all these palm trees here are submerged. Like I said, thank goodness nobody's over here on holiday. And look, just coming around the side here, look, another huge tree has come down. With these winds actually, I hope no other trees are going to be falling today. But like I said, this morning we had a lot of wind, we had a lot of rain, and we did have lightning too. So, totally unrelated to the storms today, I'm just standing outside the Agrasol Apart Hotel, and this is undergoing a huge renovation for this winter. As you can see, stuff's being thrown out the windows. They're ripping up the flooring by the looks of it. It's all being chucked out, look. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to become of this property for next summer as well. Are they going down the route of luxury? Quite possibly. Stay tuned to the channel. I will bring you more updates from over here in the resorts in Mallorca as we go on through the winter, but this does look like quite a considerable upgrade to this property for 2026. So just coming up by one of the Sol Palmanova blocks, you can see the trees that we've had falling, or the branches that have fallen here onto the pavements. Goodness, now these trees really do look lovely and autumnal, but any dry branches have come down this morning. And look, we can just see a truck taking away some of the branches that have fallen today, getting them out of the road. And the cleanup goes on. But do you know what? I had to bring you some good news in this video too, and I'm just making my way back down through the resort. I'm in the Escargador beach area, and I just want to show you how quickly the weather can change over here and how quick the cleanup has been too. Because if you're looking at social media, if you're looking at the news today, you're going to see some quite dramatic sights of flooding, of branches and trees actually landing on cars. But as we can see in this video, the fire brigade has been down, they've chopped up all the tree branches, and now the council are gathering everything up and clearing it away. But let's turn the camera around again. Let's take a walk down Escargador beach because, well, considering we've had a major storm on the island, what we're going to see now is actually quite surprising. And I'm just on this walkway here, look, around the back of Palmanova. The sun has come out. The sea's pretty calm actually, given it's a little bit windy a little bit further back. And check out the beach down here today. Now the far end of the beach is falling into the shade. But this is quite a lovely sight. I've just seen somebody get out of the water actually. We do have flags flying on the beach, but there are no lifeguards down here. The orange flag means that the lifeguard is absent, and the yellow flag means that we've got dangerous swimming conditions, and of course it's advised that you do not go into the water today. I don't think it's going to really stop anybody though, just because of the amount of runoff that we've had from the land this morning. But as we can see, the minute the sun comes back out again, the beaches attract people back to the sands like magnets. It's incredible, it really is incredible. And I have to say, in the sunshine, it is lovely and warm down here. The temperatures we've had this month so far in November have been absolutely glorious. I mean, it really has been the perfect temperatures to sit out in the sun and also to be out and about exploring. Should we just have a quick look down this side of the beach, because I was down here last week and I didn't walk down the back, I didn't show you what was open or what was closing. Let's go and have a very, very quick look. So I'm just looking out to sea here. I can see a yacht out in the water. I wonder if that was out when the storm was taking place. I bet that was fun. But anyway, and there is still quite a bit to clear up over here in Palmanova. We've still got the water sports down here. Whether or not they're available for rent is another matter. I doubt it actually, but we still do have a whole sea of sunbeds and beach umbrellas over here. Maybe they're keeping these rentals going for a little bit longer, who knows. And it's a little bit hard to see here, but I imagine a few hours ago we would have had a huge river of water coming off the roadside here. You can see it here actually, heading on out to sea. And I can see a few restaurants are open down here. Now we've got the Contro Corrente, we've got the Colmena restaurant open. And I suspect for the winter season it's going to be this side of Palmanova which is going to be most popular with residents over here on the island, with a few businesses open. And another surprising sight from over here too, look. The Azor Beach restaurant is still open as well. I suspect this will stay open during the month of November too. And while everything looks pretty closed along this back street here, what do we have open? Let me just have a quick look. I think the Jolly Stars is open. It is. Oceana as well. I know it's closed during November. I think it's going to be opening up for the Christmas season. I think they're going to even be doing Christmas lunches too. But just coming down to the far side now of Escargador Beach, you can see where all the water came flooding out this morning. And as I look down and across the road, I can still see that Annabelle's as well is open. This rather nice new restaurant down here in Palmanova. It's a lot busier than I thought down here, but looking up at those clouds in the hills behind the resort, I still see some grey clouds. I'm sure it's raining somewhere on the island, but it's not raining here. Okay, so the wind has really picked up over here in Palmanova now. I'm going to head away from the resort, but I just wanted to show you what it's looking like now, just a couple of hours after the huge storm. Anyway, I will be back down here, probably to live stream, probably to make another video for you guys watching over the winter, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. In the meantime, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I'll drop a couple of videos appearing both here and here on YouTube to check out too. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.